Hello, everyone. Welcome back to In the Art Podcast with your hosts, Constable and Brandon Cox, as recorded here on Thursday, October 14th. This is our second episode of the night, split it up into two. And we are officially in the dog days of August. It's been hot. Got a lot of rain yesterday. I don't know if anyone cares about that. But Brandon and I are going to shift things over to the AL side of things. I'll probably post the NL one first. So if you haven't
First,
checked out the
yeah.
NL episode, go check that out. Little talked about the Brewers, talked about the Padres, Mets, Phillies, everything in between. So go check that out. And yeah, we're here for this one to talk about the AL. Probably post this one a little after the NL one. But yeah, let's talk about the AL, Braden. How you doing? I know I asked you earlier, but for our listeners that maybe haven't watched the NL episode yet,
I'm doing well. AL is obviously, I think, a little bit more interesting from our side because our Yankees are in the American League, even though they've been not great as of late, maybe not even not good, by a lot of people's standards. I wouldn't, argue with them there. But there's a lot of fun stuff to talk about. I hate to, and I don't want to jinx them, and I hate to be the guy that says like, "I told you so," but Cleveland Guardians are half game out, man.
yeah, Braden, you did call the Cleveland Guardians back. I think it was our All Star break, right after the All Star break. You said,
It was
the
our
Guardians.
All-Star break, yeah.
And we both had an Ohio team making a run for the postseason, and I think kind of scoffed at you when you said the Guardians,
You did.
or was I on,
A lot of people.
your Guardians train? Was I like, oh, I could kind of
No,
see it,
you
or was
weren't.
I?
You laughed at me. We go run it back. Show the clip.
Okay, I'll
I
show
was
the
you
clip.
said
My hot take, Colin, is I got the Guardians making the postseason.
Whoa, that's a hot take. That is a hot take,
They they
dude. I
were
think they're going
six
to
and
be sellers, dude. They're going to be sellers unless they string off 10 in a row coming out of the break here.
said no. You said no way, and I was texting in the chats with the boys, and I said I think my sleeper team's gonna be the Guardians, and people were like, "Are you nuts?" It's like they lost Clase. They've got all sorts of pitching issues with gambling, and Stephen Kwan was like potentially gonna get traded, which was crazy. And I was like, I don't know, like they have an easy schedule, and I trust them. And
I
here we
just
are.
Here, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I mean, listen, they're still out of it, right? But it doesn't feel like that the teams that are in the wild card right now, specifically Seattle, Boston, and New York, are like substantially better than the Guardians right now, right? And the
Yeah,
Guardians
no,
got a 4 game set with Miami this weekend,
I,
so
I
I
was
I
gonna
trust them
say,
there. So
like I just couldn't see them catching the Tigers, right? Like I couldn't see them like winning the division, and then I also didn't really see this Yankees collapse coming. Like I don't know, that's my defense. But yeah, no, Brayden, you called this one. Like technically right now they wouldn't be in, but with the way they're playing and the way the Yankees are playing, that could switch real fast. So so yeah, you kind of called that one. We'll see how it plays out. I still got a month and a half left to go. But yeah, that was a good call on Brandon's part. I don't think anyone really saw that one coming except for you. So, and I do want to mention that the Reds are only half game out of a wild card spot now. So we kind of
so we're
had
in similar
we're
spots.
in the same spot here, and
We're
you
in
said that was
similar spots.
crazy. We
Yeah,
are
this
both
is
of
true.
our
Well, I didn't really say it was crazy. I didn't say it was crazy because the odds were much better for the Reds.
yeah, because I
Um,
think at the
it
time they
just
were only
felt that
like
the NL
four
was much
games out.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
so we're
but
literally in the same spot. So,
yeah, but
but
Guardians,
yeah, let's talk
six
about
and a
the
half
Guardians.
out. They both won tonight. Um, so there's that. Um, Detroit has an easier schedule. It looks like down the stretch. So I like that for them. Um, and to be honest, man, like Central is just kind of mid.
Yeah,
Like
that's what it
the
is,
Twins are
man. It always
bad.
is.
I hate to jump into like anything next year, but I think the Twins have the potential to be kind of what we're seeing with the White Sox and the Rockies. Maybe not as bad as them, but we might end up putting them in that class because they don't really have anything going for them. I feel like they sold everything, and I think that any free agents who are worthwhile, they're gone. And I think that they're going to do similar next year where they're going to, you know, probably finish fourth, maybe even fifth in the division. And then the White Sox are still bad. So, you know, if you look at the Tigers, Guardians, and I'll even throw in the Royals, like as long as you kind of take care of business in division, I know that's definitely going to be tougher for the Royals at this point. You know, I could see both teams making the postseason. I definitely think the Tigers are going to get in at this point. The Guardians might catch them, but I would be shocked.
Yeah. Are you going as far to say as the Guardians could catch the Tigers?
I don't think I can.
Yeah.
But I could see it getting within like 3.
Yeah, I'm not gonna count anything out at this point, like anything could happen. But yeah, that'd be pretty impressive if they could catch the Tigers. But I'm not gonna scoff at it anymore.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson.
Yeah, I mean there was a point where they were I think they were on like an L10 or 11 or something like that, and it was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad in Cleveland in June. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find it. And there was also talks like, are the Yankees going to go after Jose Ramirez because they were so bad? That would have
been crazy.
They're so bad. I mean, like, can you blame the Yankees fans for being delusional, like wanting a guy like that if the Guardians were selling? But next thing you know, they're a half game behind the Yankees. And it's like, oh shit.
It's like, why would the Guardians ever do that, even if they don't make the postseason? But whatever. Yeah, they lost.
1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm in June.
Granted, they lost to good teams.
7, 8, 9, 10. They lost 10 in a row from June to July.
And then they got hot right before the All-Star break. But those 10 losses were the good teams. You got Toronto, St. Louis, Chicago, and Detroit.
But losing 10 in a row, come on. Not even the Yankees do that.
True. This is true.
I mean, that's not true. The Yankees did lose 10 in a row. Did it? No, they lost like 7.
6 or 7, yeah. But the Guardians only probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 losses since the All-Star break. So that's a winning formula. And they've got they just played Miami. They took 2 out of 3 from Miami. They got blown out last night by Miami. But they got Atlanta this weekend.
No, they won. They won. They beat Miami. They got
Wednesday.
Oh yeah. I see.
They lost 13-4 Wednesday, and then they won tonight. But they've got Atlanta this weekend at home. I like that for them. They've got the Diamondbacks next week. I like that for them. They got the Rangers, Tampa Bay. Like the next 4 series, I like for them right now with the momentum they have. So who knows? If they stay hot, anything can happen. But that's pretty much all I got on the Central. The Royals maybe make the postseason, but
I also really like the Guardian City Connect jerseys.
Yeah,
I had to put that out there.
I haven't seen them.
They're pretty fire
on field that often. I haven't seen them that often.
They don't wear them that much. They don't.
Are they the same ones as last year, or did they get revamped
with the CLE?
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, like they're like vintage kind of.
I feel like I've seen a lot of the Tigers City Connect, the Motor City ones.
Yeah, those are ugly.
I feel like I've seen those like on field a lot this year.
Yeah, I feel like I see the
Guardians.
No, I feel like I don't see the Guardians that much. Is what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Who's always wearing this? I feel like the Phillies are always wearing the ugly ass.
Every Friday. Every Friday at home, man.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll have to go back and do an updated.
Because we got some new ones.
City Connect jersey, because we got some new ones and there's some couple good ones, some duds.
I think I have a new favorite.
Well, let's do it. We're here now.
And you're not gonna like it.
Don't you dare say what I think you're gonna say.
You don't like the Red Sox Green Monster?
No, those are fire.
Dude, those are great. Like I think
they're fire.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's not what you thought I was gonna say?
I thought you were gonna say the Mets.
Oh hell no. Like, the Mets are but they're not the Red Sox.
You were high on the Mets jersey last year.
Was I?
And I thought
no, I wasn't that high.
They're like
why. Okay.
No, I'm with that. The Red Sox City Connect jerseys are fire.
Like not their yellow ones. They're
the green. The green monster ones are fire.
The green monster ones are cool.
Who else
Like
got one?
if I was a Red Sox fan, I would be willing to spend $200 for it, you know. But
Yeah, who else got like a new one this year?
um,
Houston did, but they're not like anything like
I like the
they
new Houston ones too, like kind of like the old school.
Miami's ones are okay. The national ones I'm not a fan of. Brewers are
Yeah,
still
no,
working
the national
through.
ones are gross.
Only a few
Like
teams.
compared to the other ones.
Oh,
I think
Diamondbacks got that purple one. I haven't
yeah,
seen
they got
them
the
wear
purple
that
one.
often though.
Rockies got a new one, and
I've
then the
seen them
Red
wear that.
Sox. Will our Yankees get one soon?
No, no, man, it's not gonna happen. What are they gonna do?
And
What are they
they
gonna
got rid
do?
of the beard policy, and they got rid of the
What are
they
they
got
gonna
rid.
put on it, man?
They'll
Yankees across the chest, maybe.
they'll put like or like they'll do like a vintage one where it's like creamy and like the old logo maybe. So it's like
Maybe
still
I could see.
pinstripes, but it just like
I
looks a
could
little
see them
different.
doing like a throwback kind of
Yeah,
deal, but they're not gonna do anything besides
throwback
that.
would be sick.
It's gonna be their City Connect, but it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be like drastically different than what
No,
they
which
currently
what I
wear.
think would be fine.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. We're off
All right.
topic, but
Yeah, off topic. Let's get back into the Guardians, I think we're talking about.
we were talking the Guardians. I'm pretty much
Yeah.
good on the Central. Do we want to move to the West and save the East for last? I think that's probably the best way to do this.
Yeah, that's cool with me. Yeah, the West has become wild. It has become the wild, wild West. Because it was kind of we were really high on the Rangers. You convinced me to be really high on the Rangers to start the season, saying it was
I had them. I
their
had them
division to
winning the
lose.
AL.
Yeah. Yeah, you convinced me. But then the Astros are the Astros. They go out, get Correa. And
To
then
defend myself really quick, the Rangers. If you would have told me that Degrom is having the season he's having, Eovoli's having the season that he's having. Like they have a great pitching staff. If you would have told me that they would have been probably a top 3 pitching staff with Jacob DeGrom firing on August 15th, I said they're going to win the AL because they're really good offensively.
yeah,
The problem is they haven't done a freaking lick on offense
no,
this year. Their
nope,
best hitter is Josh Smith.
yeah. Who's like,
That's what's disappointing about
yeah,
this is that
yeah.
like the
No,
thing that was kind of in the balance.
I had
Go ahead.
DeGrom as my sneaky Cy Young Award winner, remember?
This is true. This is true. You did, but
And I
I
was like,
bet
oh,
if
this will be
you
help them win the West and take them to the World Series.
But I bet if I would have told you halfway through August that the Rangers had a top 3 pitching staff in the league, you would have been like, yeah, they're probably the best team in the AL because we look at their offense and we're like, yeah, they got dudes that can do it.
Yep.
But it's the opposite. I never would have thought it would have been this. I thought the pitching staff would have been a mess before the offense. But, that's besides the point. I'm not completely out on the Rangers yet because they're my team that like I think if they get in, they could be a problem. I just don't know if they're gonna get in. I mean, especially with how well Cleveland's been playing as of late. I think Seattle and
What's
Houston are both
their
better teams.
what's their strength of schedule looking like?
They have the they have the third toughest strength of schedule.
Oof.
They got the Brewers. They got the Brewers for 3, Toronto for 3, Houston for 6, the Mets for 3, and the Guardians for 6. So I don't know how tuned in you are to Texas Rangers versus Cleveland Guardians baseball this year, but those are the series that you know could determine who gets that wild card, that final wild card spot. I know that the Yankees are in there, the Red Sox are in there, right? But the Rangers and the Guardians got to play each other 6 times. So
Hmm.
I
So
think they play each other.
like Miller just beat up on each other, and then they won't make any real
This is true.
progress for the wild card, or it could go one way or another.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
I was just noting that they got a couple, tough series coming up. So I'm not completely out on them. Just because I feel like they could be dangerous if they get in. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there. What do you got on the West?
I don't know, like Braden, we were looking at these odds earlier before we started the episode, right? And a lot of them have the Mariners as the favorite to win the AL, not just in the West, but in the whole American League, I just don't know if I buy that. Yeah, they go out and get Josh Naylor and they go Eugenio Suarez, and their pitching staff is great. They have the runner up in Cal Raleigh, or MVP potential winner, maybe runner up. But like, I just don't know if I could trust them. Like, I don't know. I don't know how you feel. I know you love the Mariners. You pick them every year. Like, okay, this 3 years they're gonna make a run, right?
This is the year. Yeah, yeah.
You
No,
sound
I
you
mean
sound you sound like a Cowboys fan, but about the Mariners.
oh,
Um,
great,
no, I'm just
great.
joking. It's not that bad. I'm just messing with you. But um, but I just think I don't know. Like, do you trust them if they make the postseason to like do some damage? I know it's baseball, anything could happen, but like, do you trust them right now, like over the Astros or like the
No,
Tigers, even like, or even like a team like the Blue Jays? Maybe the Blue Jays, but like I don't know.
I don't know.
I just can't see
Honestly,
them. I can't see them
it,
doing it. I just can't. I wish I could, but
honestly, man, and we kind of talked about this before, but like the only team in the AL I trust is the Astros.
I
I don't
agree.
trust any.
I
I don't
agree.
trust any other teams,
Yeah, I
right?
agree.
So like if the question is would you trust the Mariners in a series with Detroit or Toronto? Ask me in a month, right?
Well,
Because I don't
yeah.
know, right?
Let's get
But
there first. Yeah, let's get there first.
yeah, let let's get there first. They're a game and a half out of the division. Like, and it
That's
felt like what, two
yeah.
weeks ago that the Astros were gonna run away with it, but then the Mariners kind of fought back. They're 8-2 in their last 10. Like to me, like they're gonna make the postseason. Like I think it would be very difficult for them to fall out of it. I know that the Red Sox are only a game behind them. The Yankees are a few more, but Seattle feels I hate to, I don't want to jinx them, man, because it happens every year. Seattle feels like that
Don't say it, man. Don't say it.
they're gonna go to the
Don't say
postseason
it.
this year, right? I want them to win the West because I hate the Astros, but I'm still gonna I still think that the Astros win it. Um and then like you said, once you get to the postseason, it's fair game. It's like I don't know how many more times Seattle. Let me actually look. How many more times the Mariners and the Astros face off? Probably only three. Yeah, Astros Mariners have three more games, so it might come down to that. I'm sure that's late in the year. Um, I don't know. They feel more complete than they have in other years. Right? It
Yeah.
feels
No,
like
I agree. I
they've
agree with
been
that 100%.
their lineup feels good.
Yeah.
We talked about Josh Naylor and Suarez additions at the trade deadline. I like those. I still think those are A+
Like
for them. I
I
know
think they're gonna
Suarez
make
has a
the
completely
postseason. Like
yeah,
I don't think the Rangers could catch them. Like I think the
yeah,
Mariners, but like similar to like what we talked about with the Brewers, it's like, okay, you make the postseason. Can you prove yourself in the postseason now? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. The Rangers might be my Detroit Tigers of last year.
Okay. That's fair.
Like
Like they're a good
where
roster.
I feel like that they have the ability like with the in a final month, like their odds are like what were the Tigers' odds last year at this time to make the postseason? It was very
Uh
low. It
let
was
me get
crazy
back to
low.
you on
Wasn't
that.
it like 2% or something crazy like that? I
It was
remember I was
like
talking
point
about
eight.
it.
It was like point 0.8 in August.
Point
Let me
0.8 in
see if they
August,
still
right?
have
Granted, the
the
Rangers is 16% to make the postseason, but it feels like that, they feel like that they could do it if they figure it out offensively, but it's still Houston for me until further notice, and I don't trust any team more than them. Um,
all right. What's today?
Seattle though,
To answer your
today's the
question.
14th, August 14th,
Okay, so last year on August 14th, the Tigers had a 0.7% chance to make the playoffs,
and they were in the DS.
according to Fangraphs.
Are there any teams at a .7 chance?
Right now, that's what you're going off of. Let me get back to you there.
The
Uh,
closest team would be
let
the
me
Miami Marlins. Have a .5.
let's do all MLB, all divisions.
Angels 1.6 chance. Why do the Angels have a almost 2% chance of making the postseason.
No, put all these teams here. Rockies surprisingly at 0%. All right, hang on. Here we go.
Pirates probably 0%, Nationals 0%, Athletic 0%.
So what? Today's August 14th. Bum, 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 bum. Oh shit, it's tough to see because. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Miami at 0.5, and then Minnesota
And that's just
1.2,
Miami's
Angels
just not gonna happen.
1.8,
Minnesota's not going to happen.
Arizona 2.3, Rays 3.5, Giants 3.5,
The NL
St. Louis
or the
6.5.
AL Central was just different last year.
Yeah, they all come out of nowhere. Royals have a 7% chance. I know it's not like awful. Rangers 16.
Ask me, how about this? Let's see what the odds
Reds
look like.
20.
Let's see what the odds look like post Little League World Series, because that's when it kind of switched for the Tigers.
Yeah,
right?
and
See who's hot next
Yeah.
week.
because that's when the Tigers played.
The
They
Yankees
played
in
the
the Little League World
Yankees in the
Series.
League World Series, and
Yep.
and you know the Tigers were like, oh, they won 7 or last 11. Like they're kind of hot right now, but like, you didn't really expect them to
Realistically,
go.
they don't have a
Yeah,
chance.
right.
Yeah.
And then they beat the Yankees. Oh, what the heck was that? And next thing you know, the Tigers like going on this crazy run.
Yeah.
And then they made the postseason, obviously.
Yeah.
But
I know that
yeah,
we don't
Braden,
we probably can't dig it up, but I'd be very curious to see what their strength of schedule was post Little League World Series last year. Like, did they just have a
I'm not
cakewalk
sure.
schedule where they played the Twins and the White Sox over and over again? Or did they play decent teams and just stayed hot? But that's besides the point. On the west side of AL West side of things.
Yankees
I
84.7% chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably fair, but I don't know. Like, if you were to ask me right now, like, who do you think would have a better chance to make noise in the postseason? The Texas Rangers, the New York Yankees. I'm saying the Rangers. Don't care. I picked them to win the AL. I may have picked them to win the World Series.
I think you
They
did.
could win the World.
Let me check.
They could win the World. They could win the World Series.
We're going back to all the receipts in this episode, aren't we?
We're going back to what?
To all the receipts. Like I'm checking to
Yeah.
see. I'm checking to see who you had winning the World Series.
Okay. Here's how I'm gonna decide this right now. If I'm buying Ranger stock, okay. They have a 3-game set this weekend in Toronto. If they win 2 out of 3, I'm back on the Rangers train. Win 2 out of 3 in Toronto, I think that they can win the World Series.
Win 2 out of 3 in Toronto, you said, and they play them this weekend.
They play Toronto this weekend. If you can play well against the Blue Jays and take 2 out of 3, I'll be back in on the Rangers.
Fair enough. I look like a
That's
scrub. Okay. You had the Dodgers. Sorry, off topic again. You had the Dodgers win the World Series
against the Rangers.
Against the Rangers.
I could see that still happening. By the way,
my prediction was way off. Well, because we mentioned these teams as a 2 of the 3 most disappointing. I had the Braves beating the Royals.
Oh my God, bro. That's crazy. That's like the ultimate jinx.
Yeah. Because you're like, how are you going to pick an AL team? Because last year I had the Twins. Like you're gonna screw over another AL Central team, and I did. Because I predicted them.
Oh my God. You had the Royals and the Braves in the World Series. We're gonna have to have an episode.
Everything else as of right now is pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna have an episode reacting to our predictions. Because I had the Red Sox, Cleveland, Rangers.
Hey, so you didn't have any of the division winners. What are you talking about?
Yankees, Blue Jays, and then I had the Royals.
You had the Royals as the final wild card team and winning the world and going to the World
Yeah,
Series. That's so
Diamondbacks did
funny.
that.
I
Not
guess.
won the
Okay.
World Series, but they made it there.
And then the year before that, didn't you pick the Twins?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And do you remember who you picked them losing to or beating in the World Series, or is that
I
not
had
relevant?
them losing to the D-backs.
Okay. So here's what we need to do is
Here, no,
this is
your predictions are pretty good too. No, your predictions are pretty spot on. You have one
yeah,
team
because
out.
so I had the
And
Tigers
it's your
winning the division.
Guardians.
I had
You
the
had
yeah,
Yankees, Tigers, Rangers win the division.
yeah.
Red Sox, Mariners, Astros. So basically, you're right now you're excluding the Guardians for the
Blue Jays for the
Rangers
Guardian.
and
Yeah,
Blue
Blue Jays
Jays
Guardians.
for the. Wait, no, who are you?
I didn't have Cleveland and I didn't have Toronto. I had Texas
Oh, Cleveland's not in it right
and
now, technically. Okay, yeah. So you're right. So it would be Blue Jays over Rangers. Okay,
yeah,
all right.
freaking Rangers, man. I know
You want
we're off topic at this point,
Yeah,
but
you want to get on to AL East.
yeah, yeah, we'll do the AL East. But I think every year, because it happening once is because last year the Twins, or 2 years ago, the Twins and the Diamondbacks neither made the postseason. And this year, the Royals and who was the other team you had? The Royals versus the Braves.
Yep.
Those two teams probably aren't going to postseason. So once is like a coincidence, but like twice is like, okay,
Ultimate
we
Jinx.
have something here. So I think next year we're gonna have just an episode on your picks.
Okay. And then like
Because
whoever I have as a World Series matchup is like automatically out of the playoffs and their
yeah,
season's over.
we're gonna have their
That's
official
fair.
Twitter accounts at our neck.
Okay.
Whoever you picked up to be in the World Series next year, because neither of those teams are going to the postseason or having bad years.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But anyway, AL East. We'll jump into the AL
So
East.
I always try to do like some sleeper picks and they end up screwing me over. So maybe I just gotta go back to like, classic like Dodgers Astros or something.
Yep.
Then maybe both those teams will make the playoffs.
There you go.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick teams that I don't want to make the playoffs and pick them. All
There
right.
you go.
All right, let's go back to the
That's
AL.
Red Sox World Series.
That's Red Sox. Oh, that'd be funny. And then that prediction would actually happen. The reverse jinx would reverse jinx itself.
Yep.
All right. We got 5 minutes left here. I want to touch on the AL East.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been pretty competitive. Like for a while there, Yankees kind of held it down, and then everyone's saying AL East is so weak. Like none of these teams are good except for the Yankees are kind of good. And then next thing you know, like three of the 5 teams in it now sit in the playoff spot.
Yeah.
Yanks, Blue Jays, Red Sox, right?
Yep.
But yeah, Blue Jays super hot in June and July, I think. Got really hot in July and when the Yankees were slumping terribly. And then Red Sox kind of been quietly making noise. Oxymoron there, quietly making noise for the postseason run. And our Yankees not so quietly, absolutely sucking. And then next thing you know, Yanks are third in the AL East, and Red Sox are second, and the Blue Jays are 6 games ahead. 5 right now.
5 games. 5 ahead of the Red Sox, 6.5 the Yanks.
Jeez.
Beat the Cubs tonight. So yeah, the Blue Jays are a good team. I know a lot of people were high on the Blue Jays this year. I think I had them finishing 4th, so that's my bad, I guess. Bo Bichette, huge bounce back year. Vladdy's been good. He got that contract.
Yep.
They've pitched well. They're just like a good overall team. I mean,
Yeah.
I know Springer, I think, is still on the IL now, right?
I couldn't.
I believe Springer's still on the IL. And Anthony Santander, who was supposed to be like their big offseason acquisition, has barely played. Imagine if they had the
Yeah, he's still on the IL.
the offensive, ability that he gave Baltimore last year, Santander. Imagine if he was healthy and was doing that in Toronto, they'd probably be easily the favorite to win the AL if he was firing. But yeah, I mean, I- it's one of those things where, like I mentioned, like I still trust the Astros over any of those teams. Anything can happen. Um, the Red Sox have played well as of late. Toronto's been, they've cooled down a little bit, but they're still very good. The Yankees have been mid at best. The only reason that they're still kind of in the race was because they were so good the first half of the year. Um,
What happened?
that they were able to kind of they just, you know, they hate to
You could
say
say Judge went down, but they were bad before that too.
they were
They
bad
were
before
bad
that.
weeks
Yeah.
before that.
Yeah. I mean, they just culture wise, I mean, it's just they were having like on average like 2 errors a night. Like they
Two
just and
errors. Bullpen was
they would either score 10 runs or no runs. Like
yeah.
it was bad. Um, but I mean, I don't know. The AL East is still very, you know, I could see the Blue Jays going into a little bit of a slump, but then I don't know if I trust the Red Sox or the Yankees to take it over. I would say at this point I think the Blue Jays got it. I know I said, I don't know, a month or so back that I think that, a lot of these divisions are wrapped up, but that proved obviously to be wrong. I think I said
And
the
no, I think you had the Tigers and the in the NL West.
Cubs.
Oh, you said Cubs?
I think I said that the Cubs
Oh.
have the Central unlock,
I
and I
mean, they
think I
had a
said
10 game
that
lead, but yeah.
yeah, and I think I said that the Tigers have the Central unlock, which I got one out of two of those. But besides the point, you know, I know I'm just kind of running around with my words here, but it's just because it's the Blue Jays. They're still the best team. The Red Sox are probably a little bit better than the Yankees right now. The Yankees are kind of a mid-pack team. We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see what happens.
I hope they turn around. But yeah, I don't got much to say about the A's. I think you hit it nail on the head. Um, I don't really want to talk about the Yankees because they've been so bad. So that's all I
Yeah,
got.
they got St. Louis this weekend, so
Yeah, hopefully they
see.
turn it around. But
Hopefully,
we'll
Paul
see.
Goldschmidt does not
Like,
go to the IL.
yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, like I said, Yankees might beat the mid teams, but like who knows what happens when they play a good team. But I think
Yeah.
that about wraps it up here and in the yard.
Yep.